Tomi Lahren with us this morning, here in New York City. You know, they set a very low bar for Biden. All he's got to do is stand up straight for 90 minutes and not make a huge gaffe, and he wins.
So that's a mistake to set the bar so low. I think that a lot of pundits did that ahead of the State of the Union, and then you saw what Sean Hannity calls jacked up Joe, which I expect we're going to see next Thursday. Some version of Joe, maybe not where he's gaffing or mumbling, but maybe where he's yelling and whispering. It's usually a combination of something like that.
Do you think he was jacked up on something for the State of the Union?
1,000%.
Coffee, Red Bull?
I don't know what it was. I can't speculate, but it was something, because there is a different Joe that comes out when he needs to perform. But this is going to be a little different, because this isn't a speech that you can read off a teleprompter, which he already struggles with. He's going to have to interact. He's going to have to answer questions on the fly. So it's going to be much more difficult for Joe. But I would also say this: set the bar higher for him. Make him rise to those expectations. He's the president of the United States, for goodness sake. But also, what I find really disturbing is he has to take an entire week off from being the president to prepare for a 90-minute debate.
He's resting.
This is the leader of the free world.
The man needs his rest.
And he has to take a week off to prepare for the debate. To me, that's just unacceptable.
Okay, you think he wins just by doing nothing but standing there and getting through it? The media will say he's won.
The media will say he's won. I think Donald Trump, much to what Speaker Gingrich said, I think if Donald Trump acts more presidential than he ever has in his entire life, I think he will win it, because people are expecting him to be angry and to talk about a rigged system. Just talk about how America was greater under you, Mr. President, and you will win.
That was a good question, though, that Newt Gingrich came up with. Do you really believe that your uncle was eaten by cannibals? I mean, that would be a priceless comment, wouldn't it?
I can't wait to hear the response if it happens.
Right there.
I can't wait. Even better than the debates against Hillary Clinton. And that was a very high bar, because that was comedy and that was drama. It's everything we wanted and more. I'm hoping for something similar on Thursday.
Let me change the subject for a second. I'm sure you remember the protesters at the Columbia University. You know, they barricaded themselves inside the campus building. Well, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg has dropped all their charges. Where are the consequences for what they did? And how are Jewish students going to feel going back to Columbia now?
Well, I think this also sets the stage for the DNC convention, because there are going to be these same folks are going to show up there. They're going to show up to every Democrat rally from here until Election Day. But this just proves they continually tell us no one is above the law. It seems the only person that's below the law is Donald Trump. We're sitting in New York City, Donald Trump charged on those 34 counts. And then you've got people who are harassing, intimidating, vandalizing their own campus. And they say, well, they just can't go there because they're not exactly sure who they were, not enough security footage. A lot of them are wearing masks. This sets the precedent that you can go buck wild and do whatever you want.
Alvin Bragg said there's not enough evidence to convict these students. Why did you look for it, for heaven's sake? You dig under every rock to get at Trump, but you won't even go to these students who are threatening Jews.
Right. And it's going to continue. I mean, they were camped out for weeks. You don't know who they were at this point. And a lot of them are proud of what they've done. Some of them are not. Some of them wear the mask because they wanted to get away with it. Others are quite proud of their position. And now they're going to be even more emboldened and even more proud of their position. But it's the Democrats who are going to suffer, because, like I said, they're going to show up in Chicago, and that's going to be unavoidable.
August the 19th, the Democrat convention begins in Chicago. Will it be a repeat of 1968? You don't remember that, but I certainly do. Tomi Lahren, you're all right? Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you guys.